Hello and welcome to Ask AdFed, where we connect student questions with expert answers. My name is John Allen, and I'm sitting here with Ryan from De Novo Marketing, and he's a digital strategist, and he's going to attempt to answer a question from a student that I received this week. Rebecca from Kirkwood Community College, she asks, I'm interested in learning more about how social media can help me market myself as a creative. What kinds of connections should I be developing? Should I be on LinkedIn? How about Facebook? Are there pages I should be involved with? So Ryan, when you think about your day-to-day work life and the people that you interview, how would you advise this person to go about marketing themselves on social or just other digital formats?
Yeah, I think that Rebecca is kind of already ahead of the pack in a way because she is thinking of marketing herself. A lot of students just send out their resume and hope that they hear back from the company. The fact that she's already thinking about that means she's already ahead of the pack, which is great. As far as the LinkedIn portion of the question goes, I think that everybody, any student out there who's going to be applying for jobs should at least have a presence on LinkedIn. It not only makes you more credible when people are Googling you to see who you are when they get a resume. Spoiler, people will Google you the second they pull your name off the top of your resume. And LinkedIn is great to have come up in those results. It's also a great way to leverage either the organization that you're at, if you have internships, or the place you go to school. You can connect with all of your professors and leverage them in your network. It's also great to then go out to the businesses that you're going to be applying at and see if anyone is from your alma mater. If you have either a Hawkeye graduate or someone from Kirkwood that you can reach out to and say, hey, I'm going to be applying there. Do you have any pointers? Mm-hmm. Everybody is more than happy to help out people from their college, I found.
What do you think? So, what would be 3 or 4 things that you kind of look for when you're visiting a person's profile and possibly interviewing or looking for someone to hire?
Yeah. I would say the one thing that is kind of confusing. I work in the digital side of things, so not necessarily the creative portion, but it's always weird when people have hidden profiles. Mm-hmm. So college students always think, I'll make sure they can't find my profile. I'll make sure they can't find my Twitter, my Instagram. And that just seems weird. Everybody knows that you have one, right, and they know you're trying to hide something. So you either, I recommend keeping your Twitter public, your Instagram, especially if you're in a public field, get some of your work out there on your Instagram account. Don't make it too obvious that you are only showing your portfolio. Still include those pictures of your dinner or the lunch that you made that you're really proud of, but also pepper it with kind of the pictures of your work so that it does feel organic and not super forced.
So what do you think about going on Instagram and seeing quote unquote fake work? Do you like that? Do you prefer seeing client work?
Yeah, I think that the whole fake work element is perfectly fine. Like in college, you'll have projects that you can kind of consider client work. Mm-hmm. Those should definitely be included in your Instagram feed, but also just kind of your passions in life. Even if it's not constantly showing your graphic design. If you are applying to be a graphic designer, show off your hand lettering, show off your painting skills. If you like photography, include that as well. I think that more than just hiring for a graphic designer, a lot of places are hiring for creatives. They want to know that you're creative and you try new things. If you're hiring a graphic designer who only does one type of graphic design, you're pigeonholing yourself as a business owner, and nobody wants that. So make sure you show off your full line of creativity, if you will.
So when you think about things that people should be aware of, does anything come to mind?
Okay, so one of the reasons I mentioned people blocking their profiles is because they'll have photos from parties, they'll have things that they don't necessarily want their employer to see. Mm-hmm. And because they think they're in college, they don't have to worry about things like that. However, newsflash, you're graduating college, it's coming up soon, and your coworkers are going to want to add you on Facebook. It's time to start calling that stuff out of your feed now, removing it, and making those public, only because the time for those fraternity party pictures is over. If you want to keep them, print them out and have an old-fashioned printed photo album. So you gotta, I guess the rude way to say it is to be an adult and make sure your social channels reflect that you are a professional. Mm-hmm. And that goes beyond just LinkedIn. Instagram, Twitter. I always recommend keeping your Facebook on private, but you can actually go through and set certain posts as public. So if you are posting your art, if you're attending an event that you think would be impressive to people, such as attending AdFed events, say you're going to them on Facebook and make those posts public so that if someone is searching for you online, they can see that you are at least trying to better yourself and stay within the industry somehow.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, there you have it. Thanks so much for joining us, Ryan.
Yeah, thanks for asking.
If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at the email address listed below this video. And we'll keep on making these videos and keep the conversation going.